Hey, my wonderful Pisces placements. Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your Scorpio season. I almost said month ahead, but I'm doing these by season now. Scorpio season extended Tarotscope. So let's dive in. I've not done these for a while, but I am back and I'm ready to do these based on seasons and not just months of the year. So Scorpio season kicks off here on tomorrow on October 23rd. So when I was channeling for you, when I was getting Pisces, it was almost like this circle imagery. It felt kind of like a spiritual ceremony, maybe like cacao ceremony, something like that. Whether this is something you actively have tried or are considering, I feel like this month might be a breakthrough for you in connecting in a spiritual sense in that way, whether it's cacao ceremony, um, meditation, sound bath, something like that, but this feeling of knowing you're not alone and you're circling through with others on this spiritual journey. The other thing coming in for you is black obsidian, whether this is jewelry or a stone or a necklace. Black obsidian might be significant over the next several weeks to kind of help protect your energy and remind you that you're safe. So you might want to tap in with that. But let's get started here on the astrology. We're going to do the astrology with the tarot cards. But let's break down some of the astrology first. So, as we know, Scorpio season kicks off here on the 23rd of October. And Scorpio is a fellow water sign to you, Pisces. So, this is definitely going to be significant for you. Scorpio energy is an energy that is very passionate, very intense. It can run deep. And we've also had, keep in mind, Mars has been in Scorpio as well since October 12th. It will remain there till November 24th. And Mars energy is deep. It's passionate. It's intense. This is intensity when it comes to our career, what we're passionate about with work, our sexual energy, how we communicate in conflict, or how we do passion or aggression within our lives. And so this is going to be extra highlighted. A lot of new surge and energy really building as we kick off Scorpio season here. And the question becomes, do we want to reignite something or do we want to just burn it down and be done with it, right? A lot of questions around that. So, with that said, the big notable thing coming in here, big deal, is on Saturday the 28th, we have a full moon and lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, okay? So, this is going to be a big deal. It's going to show us what we need to let go of, all right? Taurus can be kind of stubborn in this energy. So it's asking us not to be stubborn and to really move forward. Now, your mutable placement, Pisces, and when I was looking up mutable placements, it really coincided, especially for Pisces, with what I was channeling with that cacao ceremony or spiritual ceremony. The reason I say that is because a lot of you with this full moon and lunar eclipse are going to be called, Pisces in particular, to go inward, to self nurture, to rest, to focus on spiritual practice and fulfillment. So, again, whether that be in a collective space or that be on your own, this is going to be very, very important. The Fool here with the Empress reversed. There's a feeling of maybe you're trying to run before you walk kind of feeling. You're trying to like let go of the past, what you need to do, and you want to take this leap of faith, yes, but you're lacking some of that grounding and that confidence. The Empress reversed can also be someone who's not feeling empowered in their own feminine energy or feeling stifled in it. Friends, family, etc. Maybe making you feel like you're not really able to stand in that fully in the way that you desire. So don't let that be the case. Really focus this month on how you can go inward and cultivate spiritual practices through meditation or group spaces that empower you, okay, instead of restricting or limiting you. So when we get over here to the 31st, which is Halloween, I'm going to go ahead and point that out because I know that's a big deal for many people who celebrate. The good news is on Halloween, there's not many tricks with the astrology, okay? It's all treats. We should have luck in money, luck with love. This is a great day to be out and about. Don't hide out. It's a beautiful day, astrologically speaking. Venus is in Virgo. It's trine Uranus in Taurus. A lot of grounded energy within love, a lot of stability and trust being formed, whether that be family, friends, romantic partners. So Halloween's a great day. A great day. Okay. Don't hide out. Don't hide out. On Wednesday, November 1st, the next day, I do want a bit of caution. Pay close attention to spiritual cons, okay? However you want to look at this. When we say spiritual cons, this could be someone reaching out to you saying, I think you're so special. I feel your energy. Give me money. That's not how spirituality works, okay? Typically, you see spiritual leaders and teachers, they share information. If you feel called to them, you're drawn to them. They don't hound you and harass you. This could also be you yourself having to pay close attention. If you're tapping more so into your spiritual gifts, how are you utilizing those? Are you trusting the divine to bring that in towards you and reciprocate in the proper energy? Or are you trying to force that to fit? If you are getting into spiritual spaces, like I said, such as cacao, sound baths, Reiki, which is beautiful, really asking your intuition, does this feel right? Am I feeling like I can do this in my own way while being held in this container? Or am I feeling like pressure or uncomfortable to conform to someone else's way of doing or believing? We do not want to cave into that. This needs to be our own intuition in celebration with others who sit in the same frequency. All right. So on Thursday, November, let's pull some cards here first for that, like before November 1st. I feel like there's something else. Yeah. Again, that action with the Page of Swords. So I love this because in tarot, the Page of Swords upright can be somebody who's just learning initial awareness. By the way, I'm hearing right ear ringing or right ear popping could also be significant for you, Pisces. Pay attention to which ear that's in and maybe look up the meaning of ear ringing or ear popping from a spiritual lens if you're experiencing that. But the Knight of Swords here is a card about really taking action instead of just thinking about it or viewing a ton of content. If you're someone, you're falling down the rabbit hole, you're just like, and this and that, and yeah, that's so cool. Get off the internet a little bit. Okay, again, this feels like you grounding in actual tangible containers or spaces with others, being very intentional about where and how you're doing your spiritual practice. Okay, Page of Swords reverse really I would really pull back from the internet a little bit if you can. Okay. Dating, things like that. I don't feel like that's really in the cards here at the end of October. It doesn't mean we can't hang out with people at times, but it just feels like this is about you, Pisces, really harnessing those spiritual gifts. Pisces energy is so tapped in, it's magical, but you need to learn how to ground that and learn how to embody it within your physical body and the higher realms and not tap out from either. Okay. We don't want to disassociate from either of those things. All right, so Thursday, November 2nd, we have Vista, which a lot of the astrology is tracking some of these asteroids and things, and they're very, very fascinating. So I am going to touch on some of them in my Tarotscopes. But Vista, however you want to pronounce it, is retrograde in the sign of Cancer. All right, so this can be a difficult time processing. You could be feeling very nostalgic, very emotional as we're closing out that week, and you're thinking a lot about the past family, past friends, maybe past spiritual practices, religious trauma, things like that. A lot of nostalgia. You're feeling a little bitter, a little sour, a little like that was not fair. Allow this to come up. Just sit with it. Ask what it's telling you. Maybe journaling, writing, meditating can be helpful within that energy. On the 4th, that following Saturday, we have Saturn stationing direct in what? The sign of Pisces. And I'm really jazzed about this. I'm so excited. This is actually what I'm looking forward to most in the month or in the month in the period of Scorpio season. Saturn, the reason I say this, Saturn rules responsibility and hard work. So if you've been someone struggling the last several months as Saturn's been in this retrograde of like, why is it so hard to work? I'm not feeling motivated. I'm just feeling really worn down. Why is my routine so difficult to follow through with? This should be getting better. This energy kind of kicks us back into reality. If your head's been in a daydream in the clouds, this is going to help ground you, okay? You weren't crazy. You were learning a lesson, but this is going to kind of culminate that lesson. This is also a reminder to uphold emotional boundaries if you've been working on those in various connections, uphold those boundaries. All right. That's going to be really, really critical. Um, and so yeah, especially with work, you should be feeling a lot more peace there. Also in relationships, the idea of responsibility and hard work, like how are you giving that in relationships? How are you giving that in relationships? Or are you over giving? With the Eight of Wands there, the Magician reverse and the Ten of Cups reverse. You might be in a situation where you continue to communicate and ask for peace. Maybe you continue to communicate and discuss what you're going through spiritually. And other people are like, no, that's dark magic. That's not real, etc. They do not even want to hear your side of the story. If that's the case, yeah, you're going to be feeling a little frustrated. Allow this to go. You move forward in your path. Okay. Don't be afraid to do that. On Wednesday, November 8th, we have Venus entering Libra. All right. So maybe you've had a lot of that stall out and now things are getting clear for you. Venus in Libra can be a lot of different things. All right. This can be love with others, although it does kind of feel like you're struggling a bit with balanced love. Libra is about balance. Venus is the planet of love. So this can be love with others. This can be self-love, family. This can also be like a new outfit or decor, a new pair of shoes. Libra energy loves this. I would go ahead, spend the money on that. Maybe don't overspend, but like something for yourself on the 8th. What do you love? What is bringing you love right now? Okay. We don't want to be begging for love from everyone else all the time. So on Thursday, November 9th, we have Mercury entering Sagittarius. All right. Mercury is the planet of communication. Sagittarius is fiery. It can be a bit in your face, a bit adventurous in how it communicates. So this energy is going to encourage us through the rest of Scorpio season to kind of tell it like it is, to say how we feel. Expect others around you to be a little bit more fiery in that energy too, a little bit more direct, potentially slightly more combative. Mars is still in the sign of Scorpio. So just be mindful of how you handle that. You want to be direct and clear, but you don't want to be just fighting to fight. That's not going to be productive right now. So as we close out the month or the season of Scorpio season, I continue to say month, but the season, we have November 13th, which is a Monday. We have the new moon in the sign of Scorpio. So again, this is about letting go of the past and starting over. New moons are a great time to manifest. So anything you've been thinking about, really set the intention. I want to let this go and I want to call this in. All right. Please keep in mind that full moon we have earlier in the month with the eclipse. Again, that is about release as well. I always tell people who do not do the release work or what they're called to do, which by the way, that full moon and lunar eclipse really is letting go of the past and not being stubborn. That's what we said in the beginning here, right? Self-nurturing, rest, and spiritual practice. If you've not been doing that, if you were like, no, whatever, yeah, and you just were out talking to all your friends, you weren't going inward, as my parakeets chirp, Pisces, then I am telling you, you're going to be so run down with this new moon. You're going to feel like you're carrying a burden you can't even understand. You're going to be like, what's this energy? Why am I feeling like this? Oh my goodness. The reason is because you're stalling out choices in love. You're stalling out choices in family and friends. You keep wanting to bring everyone with you on your journey. And I'm sorry to tell you, not everybody can come on your journey. Sometimes we got to let the past go in order to move forward. And we have to trust the divine. We have to trust there's a reason and there's a plan here that's bigger than us. Okay. And so this new moon is again letting go of the past. If you were stalling that out the last couple of weeks, it's only going to build. So definitely let go if you haven't already by the 13th. On Sunday, the 19th, another asteroid here, Phallus in Scorpio. And so the next few weeks, we're going to face the truth, even if we don't want to hear it. We're going to find out unpleasant truths, plain and simple. And that's going to continue into early December. And then on the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Sagittarius, a whole new season, which we will post about on November 22nd. But my point being is that you need to really let go here. There is something here. Pisces, I'm being honest with you. I do not think this is a time to obsess about family drama or past relationships. It doesn't look like it's working this season, guys. 111 as I say that. Are you seeing a lot of repeating numbers, by the way? Ask what that's telling you. What are you thinking when you see those numbers? Are you thinking I should leave this party or I should call this person or maybe I should lay down and meditate or reflect? Follow that. You are going to find safe places of family, friends, new soul ties if you can let go. But it's like you're wanting to ignore this spiritual calling. You're stalled out. You're so compassionate. You're so kind. There it is, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But the Hierophant reversed in the Four of Cups. You're refusing to fully surrender into this, to fully trust the divine. It's like somehow you know it's real, but you're like, no, No, it'll work. It'll work. Look, if someone's not committed to you now, if they're not communicating with you now, if they're not being open to things now, then you got to go. You got to protect your energy. Again, the hermit. You need to hide out and reflect with spirit right now. This is a wonderful time to do this, especially before the holidays kick off and everything else. Get really clear. It's like you need to review a connection and really ask yourself, do I continue to invest in this? Do I continue to nurture this? And furthermore, that Queen of Pentacles reversed with that Seven of Pentacles, really ask, okay, where are your financial endeavors sitting right now? Especially anything you've worked on for the last 1 to 2 years. Those should be coming into fruition, into some form of culmination right now. And if they're not, we want to be setting the intention for how to do this going forward or letting go of what's not working. If you've been doing it for a couple of years and it's not working in any way, we need to ask why. Is it not aligned with our spiritual practice? So I am going to pull a couple other cards from my deck. By the way, this is my tarot deck. If you'd like to purchase, check out gingermama.com. You can purchase one there. You can also find me on TikTok. I appreciate you following and subscribing here on YouTube. You'll be notified whenever your astrology sign posts. Feel free to watch your sun, moon, and rising. Or if you have a friend or somebody else, watch theirs. It might help you know the month ahead. But yeah, Pisces, this month does not feel like a ton of love. Look at that. Angel numbers 1111 as I say this. As I said, 111. You better be following those angel numbers. Flow states, synchronicities. They're coming for you. There's a reason. Pay attention if those number sequences shift. If they go from like repeating solid numbers to like mirrored numbers, 1221 or, you know, 1121, like things like that, like the mirrors on the end, 101, 202. Okay, if they transition that way. And trapped is reversed. You're not trapped. You're not trapped. You're just afraid. You know what God's asking you to do. Yeah, like magical thing goes on my phone. You know what God's asking you to do. You gotta trust. Stop feeling afraid. Stop feeling guilty. Stop being afraid to do this. Security is here with closed off. Spirit's trying to protect you. If the energy is real and if there are people in your energetic field that do not belong there or career is not meant for you, etc., Spirit's going to pull this. And I feel like Spirit's trying to show you how to harness and handle that energy. But you need this inward period in order to understand why it's so important and to do that. So focus on what makes you feel safe right now. And hopefully that's your spiritual practice. But let go of anything that doesn't. Yeah, rage is here, power, anger, and resentment. You might be upset. This isn't fair that no one listens. It isn't fair that they won't communicate. It isn't fair they don't see my perspective. Yeah, let out that anger in a healthy way. Okay, maybe that's working out. Maybe that's punching a pillow. Whatever this is, shaking a water bottle, do something to release that. Allow it to go and then call back in your peace and stay away from anything that's making you that upset. It's not meant for you. It's not meant for you, Pisces. I love you guys. I will see you next time. Link in bio if you'd like to book personal reading or gingermama.com. I'm always here for you. And again, I'm over on TikTok. I'll see you later. Have a great day.